Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we could best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I like to work with the energy of the moon because the moon regulates how you feel, and how you feel is pretty much how you experience life. So let's get into the moon astrology for the week of December 7th through the 13th. We are nearing the end here. So this is an interesting week because the energy is building toward that eclipse that we're going to have next Monday on the 14th of the eclipse, the new moon eclipse in Sagittarius. So this week is really a big prep week for it. There's almost no other way to describe it. So let's see what your overall energy is. And while we're grabbing a card for you here, I would like to invite you to come and hang out with me on Monday nights at 7:30. We do Moon Day Night Live where we pull cards for each of the signs. And then last week we had so much fun and there was like 40 minutes left to get into pulling cards just to answer general questions. And we had a really great time. Would love to see you there. Wow. Okay. Most of the signs are resting, but not so much you, huh? You guys got some stuff happening here. Well, it makes sense. Let's see here. Sagittarius would be, the sun is in Sagittarius, and that is your 8th house of transformation. And this eclipse is happening. It's going to, eclipse happening in your house of transformation, Taurus. So there's a lot going on. We have the Page of Pentacles. Pages of Pentacles always make me think about really identifying what it is that really matters to you. Like this is the thing I want. So this week has a lot of that energy of really understanding what it is that you want and what are the obstacles you need to overcome to get there. And you have the Chariot, and the Chariot is about moving forward in a very balanced way. This is balancing your thoughts with your actions in order to get to where you want to go. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Okay, so she is wearing a mask, which means you may know where you're going and what you're doing, but I don't think you're letting everybody know. There is a secretive element to that. So this horse has this blue medallion hanging there. This is about following your intuition. That's the thoughts. You follow your intuition and then the action comes. With the black horse, is this about really identifying what you want? I almost feel like it's something that you once knew was really important to you, and somehow you let that dream get away because this guy doesn't have on a mask and he looks really young, and this one's a little bit older and all masked up and being a little more secretive about it. All right, well, let's get into the cards and see what we get here, because that's some interesting stuff there. All right, so we have the moon starts out in Virgo. The moon in Virgo is very supportive of energy in Taurus. You do have Uranus there, and so this is that insight, that download, that information of what you feel like that in the heart space about what is this big radical change that you want to make. What is this thing that you want to overcome, and how do you do that? What are the obstacles to your dreams? There's like this real need to identify that this week. And then meanwhile, the moon is going to be in a square, which is a very tense angle with Mercury and with the sun. They're both up there in Sagittarius. And that would be illuminating concerns and issues. Something coming to light. But in a very tense way. I feel like I think that's part of the identifying what the obstacle energy is for you. Then we have the moon on Tuesday, going to be in a really nice aspect with Venus, your ruling planet. She is currently hanging out in your house of partnership and relationships over there in could be business in Scorpio. And when the moon is in a nice conversation with Venus, that is really getting to the heart of what you feel about how you feel about things. That's part of this, of really knowing what it is that you want. The moon is going to, by the end of Tuesday, it's going to come into a really nice supportive aspect with those planets in Capricorn. So we have Pluto there, which says, what do you want to transform? But I think you know. I think you already have identified it. How much do you want to create? What do you want to create, and how big? You know, how big do you want to make it? That's Jupiter asking that. And then Saturn says, what's your game plan? And the Chariot really looks like the game plan here. Interesting. It is the week to move. It is the week to take some action for Taurus. Let's get a little guidance on that. This is like a dream you've had for a while. Which makes sense, Taurus, because you will sit on something until you're absolutely sure it's what you want to do before you'll jump in and do it. You're not like the like Aries with the Fool card there, where they just go leaping off into space. Oh gosh, look at this. This is a card of movement. Look at this tiger just leaping there. It says willpower. And the honeybee. Scorpio had the honeybee. That's interesting because there was a card that was shared by Leo and Aquarius, and they're across the zodiac from each other, and you and Scorpio across the zodiac from each other, and you also share a card. That's interesting energy. It's like really this eclipse is in the South Node, and it's about releasing and letting go what doesn't work so that you can move toward the stuff in the North Node, but you're planting the seed in the South Node. And so it's got this energy of release and start, release and start. And it's like the opposite parts of it, and then that seems to be playing out with the signs. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens as I get more of these done here. So okay. So your willpower, your willingness to move forward, can you put on your Superman cape and go for it? Are you willing to start moving those horses forward and moving in the direction you want to go? And the thing about the honeybee, this is reciprocity. And so the honeybee, if you put in the effort, you get the sweet reward, right? If you do not take the action, you aren't going to go anywhere with this. So this guy is sitting here with all these daisies on his head to invite in the honeybee. This is attraction. He's attracting the bees to him so that I guess they will produce the honey for him. I literally couldn't do what he's doing. Just saying. But that's so patient. Willingness to be patient and wait for the opportunity to come to you by laying the groundwork for it. Wow, hold on. Okay. It is about keeping it in balance, the give and the take. So the reciprocity is you have to put in the effort if you want to get the results. If you want to have the sweetness in life, you're going to have to offer something sweet, right? So if you want to bring in something sweet into your life, the daisies are sweetness, and they're beauty, right? If you want to bring in the beautiful parts of the life, then you have to offer also. So there has to be this mask on this chariot's bothering me. Like, hiding behind the mask is not feel like giving. It's like holding stuff back. And I feel like this guy, he's completely exposed. He is completely exposed. His face is totally exposed. He's not wearing the beekeeper's mask, right? And he's putting the flowers on it. That is risking. That is going for it. And this chariot seems like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. All right. So on Tuesday night, The moon moves into Libra at 7:01 p.m. And the moon in Libra is about being willing to surrender to the divine and release. It's like you know where you want to go, but how you get there, being willing to not know everything. So maybe the Chariot is about letting the unknown drive the chariot for a while. And that is kind of cool. Being willing to get in there, not really knowing where you're going. Not knowing how you're going to get there, but knowing where you want to go. Ooh. Taurus. That is really, that is doing it different. Right? That is not your normal routine. And so this whole Uranus and Taurus shaking things up, making you look at things a little different. It's kind of like move or be moved. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So you have the white turkey. The power to heal the earth is within you. So Uranus and Taurus is going to shake your earth. It is. It's going to mess with your foundation, but the power to heal whatever is knocked down, broken down, or whatever, you have the power to do that. You absolutely have the power to rebuild, because he looks like he's kind of standing like where the ground has been cleared. Like there were stones there, but now they're not. It almost looks like, like after the glaciers pull back and they leave rock formations and so the land has been kind of leveled and cleared and it looks different. It's the same piece of land, but it has a different look to it. And so from there, what do you want to create? And you have the ability to heal yourself and the situation and create whatever you want. And you have the crane. So the crane is about partnership. And you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. And I think that is about this reciprocity here. This attracting in what you want by offering what the relationship wants. So if this is a love partner, then it would be offering your heart and opening up, being very open, right? Not wearing the mask, being very open. If it is a business situation, how do you sweeten the deal to make somebody want to go into business with you, right? It feels like it's one of those two. And only you know what it is. If it's a business deal, you're going to have to be very forthcoming and sweeten the deal a little bit. You're going to have the willpower to stick it out. Oh, okay. So once the chariot starts moving, it's going to pick up speed. Okay, so next year in Chinese astrology, it's the year of the tiger. That is the new moon that happens in Aquarius. I want to say like February 4th, maybe. And so there's that energy of leaping forward on the tiger and having the willpower to go for it. Things are going to speed up next year. I know that they feel like that's never really going to actually happen, but it is. And I believe that it's going to be coming with that new moon in Aquarius time too, because of some of the other planetary actions that are going on. And I think that's when things start speeding up, and that's what it looks like for you for sure. Oh, it's a career thing, because your career sector would be in Aquarius. Could be a partnership, romantic, but it feels business with the Pentacles energy here. This, however, the chariot represents Cancer, which is nurturing and home. So the crane is often used to depict a romantic relationship. So it's really kind of hard to say. Looks like it depends on who you are and what's going on in your life. All right. So heads up, Wednesday and Thursday, that moon in Libra is going to make everybody a little irritable. It's opposing Mars and Chiron, both over there in Aries. It's in this uncomfortable angle with Neptune and Pisces, which is about your dreams, and Uranus and Taurus. You know, there's just a lot of irritating energy going on, and people are going to be stressed. But in Libra, that balance, that relationship balance energy that's there has some support from Mercury and from the Sun in Sagittarius. And so open communication with yourself, your inner dialogue. But I think for you guys, it may be in explaining to other people what it is that you want and what you are looking for. How are you sweetening the pot, right? What are you doing to bring this in? Venus is also going to have a really nice conversation with Pluto about transformation this week. And since she rules your sign, Venus rules love and Venus rules money. She is in your house of love, but it's just really hard to say. Scorpio rules big transformations, and she's hanging out there. So there's some kind of a deep conversation that you need to be having for yourself, but it looks like with others too, because of the way your cards are coming out. I think that's a possibility. So then on Thursday night, okay, so Thursday night at sundown is the beginning of Hanukkah. And so happy Hanukkah to my Jewish friends. I have a few of you. And I don't really understand a lot about the religion, so you'll have to excuse anything I say that is incorrect at this point in time. But that being said, I think it's the Festival of Lights. I didn't look it up, and I probably really should have. But I'm pretty sure, because it's the 8 candles on the menorah, that it is about, I think this is the story of there was only enough lamp oil for one night, and it was miraculously stretched out to 8. And when I was looking at this, for some reason it really triggered something with me as far as this dark moon phase that we have going on. The last 3 days before new moon is the dark moon phase, and this is when we really pull our energy in, when we really conserve our energy. Right? And so in order to make that lamp last, they did not have it turned up all the way, right? They had the wick trimmed back. They had to have, and they probably burned it very low and slow, right? And it kind of is what we kind of need to do with our energy over this weekend coming up, is like pull our energy in, rest and relax and get ready. Although all your stuff says move, I think the moving for you guys may happen. Yes. Okay. I just saw what your cards are. The moving is going to be happening in the first part of the week, the Monday through Friday, but over the weekend, there is going to be a need to pull in your energy again, recharge. It's kind of like plugging yourself into the wall socket, right? And resting up. And, speaking of which, I need to do that. That's funny. That was really what I saw in my head, was that I needed to plug in the computer. And I thought they were talking about you, and I think they are, but they're also talking about my computer. Okay, so there's going to be a need to plug in and recharge. Plug into your inner knowing. Plugging into your higher self. Plugging into your connection with the divine. Because in order to have the willpower to move forward, you are going to need to feel confident that this is what you really want and that you're ready to do this. Whatever this is, because this looks pretty big with the chariot here. Okay, so Moon in Scorpio, lots of going on there. It's about nurturing your dreams. It has very supportive energy. The moon is going to trine Pluto, and it's going to, the sun is going to trine Mars, which is about taking action. It's prepping for that. It's knowing what the action is, nurturing your dreams. It's pulling that energy in. And then the moon is going to actually come into conjunction with Venus on Saturday. And so that is that deep knowing in your heart of hearts what it is that you want. So this is the weekend where you find the peace within. That you use this to rest in this dark moon phase. And so the cards you have is flow. Let your worries drift away. And stillness. In calm waters, everything becomes clear. So if you can take a nice, long, relaxing bath, I recommend that. Find a way to, maybe you take a walk and you sit near some moving water. You rest and you recharge that way. That this flow is about not fighting the currents. It's move or be moved. If you dig in and say, I'm not willing to make these changes, I think the changes are going to be made for you because Uranus in Taurus will take care of that. So instead of that tower moment, allow yourself to drift and allow it to be a gentle moving forward, having the willpower to go for what it is that you truly want. Because I'm pretty sure you know what that is. Saturday night at 9:39 p.m., the sun moves into Sagittarius, which makes Sunday the rest and relax day. That is the last day before we have that eclipse on Monday, right? And so figuring out how you can carve out that space for yourself, if it's only just an hour or two to go take a nap or to put on your headphones and listen to some music. Try to unplug from the news and social media and just really pull your energy in and nurture yourself. Do what it takes to nurture yourself. So you have trust. You can trust the people around you. They are earth angels sent to give you the guidance you seek. That's very nice. It's a carnation. And laughter. Uplift yourself and those around you through loving laughter. This is this is enjoying family and friends. This is a weekend to do what makes you happy. And if that's what makes you happy, then that's what you should do. But there is also a need to take some time to meditate because you have the stillness card, okay? So balance, right? It's both. It's the balance of the Chariot. It's the balance of the Chariot. It's keeping things in balance while moving forward, because the Chariot is definitely moving forward. Okay, I think that's it. All right, well, you guys have a productive week. It looks like a very productive week. Keep things in balance. I hope you can join me tonight at 7:30 for Moonday Night Live. And if not, I will see you next week when we talk about that eclipse. And you guys just take good care of yourselves and stay in balance. Stay in balance. And remember, it's about reciprocity. Okay? All right, you take care.